Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the all-new 2021 Kia K5. As with all of my reviews, I'll be covering the ins and outs of the K5, from performance to features, pricing, and more. I'll also take it for a thorough test drive. It's not very often that I have two different trim levels to film at the same time, so this will be pretty cool. The Sapphire Blue is an EX, while the Wolf Gray is a GT line. As they sit, the EX stickers for $32,300, while the GT line stickers for $28,400. There's some feature differences and stuff between them, which of course I'll cover later in the video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, this EX has an all-black leather interior, but what I really want to show you guys is the two-tone red and black interior inside this GT line. A smart key entry system comes standard on the K5, so as long as you keep the key fob in your pocket, you can lock and unlock the car by utilizing the little black buttons on the driver and passenger side door handles. This interior looks really, really nice. I'm a red guy, so this is definitely up my alley. As far as interior finishers, across the doors and dash, the EX has somewhat like a simulated wood trim, while this one has a faux aluminum textured pattern. The K5 is Kia's newest offering in the midsize sedan segment. Designed to replace the Optima, the K5 is a significant leap forward for the brand in terms of looks, performance, and value. In a world where crossovers are king, it's refreshing to see a manufacturer pour so much effort into a sedan, one that's anything but traditional. What I like about this car, first and foremost, is the design. There's a lot of really cool details, such as the full-width taillight, but it also has the looks of a premium sports sedan without the premium price. Compared to the Optima, the K5's body is 2 inches longer, 1 inch wider, and 0.8 inches taller. It rides on a 1.8 inch longer wheelbase. Despite the dimension changes, Kia's new N3 platform, which forms the basis of the K5, allows the car to sit lower to the ground, helping augment the aggressive fastback profile and create a deeper center of gravity. The body in white has been significantly strengthened as well, thanks to a greater use of hot stamped parts. Inside, improved sound deadening materials make for a quieter and more premium feeling cabin. For 2021, the K5 will be offered in 5 trim levels: LX, LXS, GT line, EX, and GT, with prices before options and destination ranging between $23,490 and $30,490. An electro-hydraulic all-wheel drive system is optional for the LXS and GT line, but it won't be available till later this year. At this time, the GT is scheduled to go on sale later this fall. With a host of significant performance and chassis enhancements, the GT should be an incredibly unique addition to the segment, one I'm really looking forward to trying out. The wheels shown on these two cars are the same, with the only difference being the finishes. There's actually 3 different wheel sizes offered on the K5, all of which are alloy wheels. The entry-level wheels are a bit smaller at 16 by 6.5 inches, accompanied by 205/65 tires. These 18 by 7.5 inch wheels are in the middle of the pack and come wrapped in 235/45 tires. The GT will have 19 by 8 inch wheels and 245/40 tires. The K5 suspension is fully independent, featuring McPherson struts in front, a multi-link design in the rear, and gas-filled shocks. The geometry was optimized for sporty handling, responsiveness, and stability. Despite the sporty pretense though, the K5's ride quality is very good. It's on the firm side for a greater sense of control and predictability, but it also soaks up rough roads well. Electric power steering is standard across each trim. There's not a ton of feel, but it can be firmed up a touch via the drive modes. As expected, it's smooth and easy to drive. The GT will be differentiated with both suspension and steering enhancements to further improve handling and response. The standard steering setup takes 2.6 turns to lock and yields a relatively tight 36-foot turning circle. Four-wheel disc brakes are standard. The front discs are internally ventilated and span 12 inches, while the rear discs are solid and span 11.2 inches. An electronic parking brake with auto hold is also standard. Of course, the GT will come with larger brakes all around. The entire K5 lineup, with the exception of the GT, is powered by a turbocharged 1.6-liter four-cylinder coupled to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It develops 180 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 195 pound-feet of torque between 1,500 and 4,500 RPM. There's minimal lag and lots of usable power. It does a great job getting this 3,200-pound sedan up and moving. An active sound system enhances the sound of the engine through the cabin via the audio system according to the selected drive modes. While I'm more fond of knowing that what I'm listening to is the actual sound of the engine, the K5 does make some cool noises, whether they're fake or not. The transmission is responsive and very smooth. The GT will offer up a big dose of excitement with its own unique powertrain, consistent of a turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder that develops 290 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 311 pound-feet of torque between 1,650 and 4,000 RPM. Instead of a traditional torque converter automatic, the GT will have a new 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. Both the 1.6-liter and the 2.5-liter are built using aluminum for their block and head. They also feature dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1. The 1.6-liter adopts a new continuously variable valve duration system, which helps boost performance and efficiency by independently controlling valve duration. To help tailor the driving experience, all K5s come with drive modes, including Normal, Smart, Sport, and Custom. They adjust settings for the engine, transmission, steering, and if equipped, the all-wheel drive system. The latter would also have a dedicated snow mode to help maximize traction. The GT will take things one step further with a Sport Plus mode. As far as fuel delivery, the 1.6-liter utilizes direct injection, while the 2.5-liter benefits from a combination of direct and multi-port fuel injection. Fuel economy estimates for the 1.6-liter range between 27 and 37 miles per gallon. I averaged around 31 miles per gallon in mixed driving. Mileage estimates are not yet available for the 2.5-liter, but Kia states that both engines are designed to run on regular 87 octane, so that'll definitely save some money at the pump. Total fuel capacity is 15.8 gallons. The K5's interior is a refreshing departure from the Optima with a thoroughly updated layout, better materials, and all of the latest technology. Options and standard equipment aside, Kia has done a great job with creating an upscale environment with design elements that are usually reserved for cars costing significantly more money. The value proposition is strong with this one. I love the semi-floating infotainment system in bright accents. The center stack is even tilted towards the driver, creating more of a cockpit feel. As far as technology, you have a choice between an 8-inch or a 10.25-inch touchscreen, depending on the trim level. The larger screen is a very responsive, high resolution, and has capacitive touch response just like a smartphone. With the larger screen, you also get a server-based navigation system with real-time traffic data, multi-connection Bluetooth wireless connectivity that allows two phones to connect simultaneously, and UVO telematics with connected user profiles. The latter allows different drivers to set seat positions, outside mirror placement, and favorite radio stations. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on the 8-inch display, but it's strangely omitted from the larger display. One thing that's pretty cool is the available wireless smartphone charger. It's a drop-in design to help keep phones secure, but the filler part can be removed for larger phones. There's even a cooling fan built in to help keep the phone's temperature in check. The EX shown here has the optional 12-speaker Bose sound system. It offers center-point surround sound and dynamic speed compensation that analyzes the sound source and automatically adjusts it according to driving speed. For those times where you're just sitting idle and feel like relaxing for a bit, there's even a sound of nature ambient system that offers 6 calming themes so you can create a peaceful retreat. Of course, the steering wheel has all sorts of multifunction controls that operate the driver information system, radio, telephone, and cruise control. There's an optional natural language voice recognition system too that can recognize a number of commands such as turn on the AC and heat the steering wheel. The seats shown on these testers are actually upholstered in leatherette. They're soft enough that I could have sworn they were real leather. Cloth upholstery is standard in the entry trims. A fully powered driver's seat with power lumbar is available, as are heated and cooled front seats. They're a blend of comfort and sport with noticeable side bolstering and great padding. As far as safety, there's a bunch of airbags including dual front airbags, a driver's knee airbag, full-length side curtain airbags, and dual front and rear seat-mounted side airbags. Of course, Kia also offers pretty much every bit of driver assistance technology underneath the sun, including some that I've never heard of. It would take forever to list out, so I highly suggest checking it out for yourself. The K5's interior is pretty roomy. You can seat up to 5 people, but in reality it's more like 4 comfortably and 5 in a pinch. There's good storage space throughout the cabin, including door pockets, seat back pockets, the glove box, and of course the center console. I'm 5'10", and thankfully, even with the sloping roofline, I don't have to duck my head too far to climb on in. It's pretty comfortable. Once I'm sitting inside, there's plenty of extra space. Of course, with the panoramic roof, you lose a little bit of room, but there's plenty of leg space and a comfortable fold-down armrest with cup holders. As you can see throughout this view of the cabin, you've got adjustable rear air vents, which is awesome to help keep everybody in the back comfortable. There's extra charging spaces for smartphones, and with the panoramic roof, you get so much natural light into the interior. It's very nice. There's a big fixed headrest for someone sitting in the middle, and the adjustable headrests on the outside are also quite nice because they have a lot of padding in them. With the rear glass treatment, you might think the K5 was a hatchback like the Stinger, but it's actually a traditional trunk. The lid is perfectly counterbalanced to swing open by itself. A hands-free smart trunk is also available. If equipped, the trunk will automatically pop open if the smart key is detected behind the car. Inside, there's a generous 16 cubic feet of cargo space. That space can also be expanded by folding down the rear seat. There's a couple latches in the trunk that must be pulled to unlock the 60-40 split backrest. Once folded, you can put items all the way up to the front seats. A spare tire can be found underneath the trunk floor, along with all of the necessary changing equipment. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed the in-depth look at the all-new 2021 Kia K5. Be sure to stay tuned next time, and if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so because there's a whole lot more content where that came from. Take care everyone.